It's a bird. It's a plane. It's the Man of Steel. Hey everyone, what's up? I'm Kolton Steel. Today we are reviewing one of the best films of this year so far. We're reviewing The Man of Steel. Now, when I was going to this film, I was excited for 3 reasons. 1, because Zack Snyder and Christopher Nolan, of course. 2, I knew it couldn't be worse than this movie. And because, of course, Steel is my last name, and I was so excited because all my friends call me The Man of Steel, so I was so excited. Now, a few things you must know before you go see this film. That if you're expecting the Superman from the comics and Superman, all those other Superman movies, forget about them, alright? This is not that Superman. This is a totally different Superman. This is a realistic Superman of what would happen if Superman was now in the present, today, 2013. Alright, let's get into it. We first start off on Krypton, you know. It's only minutes before the planet's destroyed. And of course, Superman's mother and father shoots him out towards Earth and the planet explodes, but there's more to it than that. While we're there, we get to meet General Zod, who is later Superman's main enemy. And when he finds out that Superman's parents shot him out towards Earth, he was just furious, and he will find him and he will destroy him. And while we're here, we're like on 30 minutes of Krypton, and there's so much story crammed into that 30 minutes that it's really overwhelming, because this is the first 30 minutes of the 2-hour and 30-minute film, so we still got 2 hours left, so story time left. So finally, Superman is shot towards Earth, and now it's 20 years later. He's a grown man, and he's just traveling the globe. He's saving people as he goes, and while he's traveling the world, he's having flashbacks to his childhood. And these flashbacks are really emotional at times, because these are flashbacks that we haven't really seen the side of Clark Kent before. For instance, these are parts of his life where he's trying to hide his superpowers. But it's really hard because he wants to help people. And on numerous occasions, kids his own age actually saw what he's done, and they freaked out, and his father is like, you can't do that. You gotta live as a normal kid, and this is really hard for Clark. Now, after the flashbacks, he's now on his journey to find out who he really is and where he has come from. Eventually, he really does find out where he comes from. And really early in the movie, he starts this relationship with Lois Lane that we have never seen in Superman before. Now, there's parts in that relationship that's a lot of spoilers, but I'm not going to spoil that for you, so go see Man of Steel and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So finally, General Zod gets to Earth, and this is where really things start to pick up. And he's like telling the government, alright, there's someone on your planet, he may look like you, but he is not one of you. I want you to bring him to me, and I will not destroy your planet. The end. So, as you think, the whole world starts freaking out. And, you know, Superman, Clark Kent, is like, okay, I will turn myself in. So he turns himself into Zod, and Zod reveals this humongous plan that I will not get to right now because that'd be a spoiler. So now Superman's like, okay, I gotta save the world. It's not that piece of cake though. There's so much stuff that happens. A battle between him and Zod, him between Zod's henchmen. Really, this is a movie where it's like, Superman is not all powerful. He has enemies out there that are stronger than him and smarter than him because he grew up in Kansas, and these guys are military specialists. And what really gets me is that towards the end of the film, Superman has a choice to make that goes against everything he stands for. And if he didn't do what he did in the film, I'd be like, man, you are a coward. You had just brought shame to my family's name. And of course, the ending scene was also something I really loved because they did this in a different way in the comic books and all the other movies where I didn't agree with at all, period. I just thought it was stupid. But I'm glad Zack Snyder decided to go the realistic way and ended it perfectly, and it opens up perfectly for a sequel. The ending scene doesn't give us a hint there will be a sequel, but you know there will be a sequel. So the final verdict, I'm giving Man of Steel a 10 out of 10 for pure awesomeness. And a -1 for 3D. Seriously, don't go see it in 3D. It's a waste of money. So, Man of Steel, how have you seen it? What did you think of it? Anyway, comment below and let me know. And of course, as always, bringing you guys in the world of entertainment, I'm Kolton, and if you want to see more, click right here to see more, and I'll see you next time.